Hey, what's up guys? Jose here, shredded.dad.com. In today's video, I'm reviewing the Vector Athletics resistance bands. Now, Vector Athletics sells fabric bands and silicone bands like this one. And I'm going to be comparing those to another resistance band from another brand. This is a latex resistance band. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with how they feel. What is the comfort level? Now, as far as the fabric goes, this one, it folds easily. It's fabric, so it's going to fit real nicely on the curves of my hands here. So I have no problem with this one. Very, very nice and comfortable. It feels very good around my hands. Now, as far as the silicone ones, this one has more of a gummy, grippy texture to them. It's almost like it's not very slippery. So it does feel good, like it sticks to my hand, and it also has rounded edges, so it fits really nicely around my hands. So this one's also very comfortable. Out of those two, out of the fabric and the silicone, I would say maybe the fabric is more comfortable than the silicone, but the silicone is still very comfortable. Now the latex one here, this one's it's a little bit more slippery. The latex is slippery, and this one has squared edges on it, or sharp edges. So this one, I think, is going to be the one that has the most discomfort, just because of the edges, especially as I go up in resistance. And that's one reason why Vector Athletics actually created this handle for a resistance band. So you can slide it in there, and now you have a rounded handle, so you can push, and it makes them feel more comfortable on the hand. I don't have any sharp edges on my hand. So as far as comfort goes, I would say the fabric is the most comfortable. Second most comfortable is going to be the silicone, and last is going to be the latex. Now, as far as durability goes, the fabric one here is made out of woven nylon and latex. So that combination is going to give it a lot of durability. These are pretty much snap proof. It's going to be very hard to mess these up. Now, as far as the silicone one goes, over time, this can, of course, start cracking. And if you push it too far, of course, you can snap it as well. Also, you want to make sure you anchor it down to an area that has rounded edges. You don't want to put it on sharp edges, because that'll cut into the silicone. Same goes for the latex. These, eventually will snap or break over time if you use them. And also, it depends on where you keep them. You don't want to keep this out in the sun, because it'll crack them easily. So as far as durability goes, the fabric one here is going to last the longest. Now, as far as resistance goes, I feel the fabric ones have the lightest resistance out of all these three. And that's not a bad thing. I can see where this can be used more in a rehab setting, or for warm-ups where you're still trying to get some resistance into several joints, several muscles, but at the same time, not something that's going to be too difficult to do, but allowing you to still get a little bit of exercise. So out of all these, this one is definitely the lightest of fabric. Now this one here, as far as resistance go, I feel this one is the best, just because I feel like there's a gradual amount of resistance, and it doesn't feel very snappy, very jerky. So I like that it's gradual. As I go up, it feels good, and then when I come back, it's not snapping back. So I like the resistance on this one. And when it comes to latex, this one is going to be very tough. You can go from the beginning to a little bit, and the resistance already very, very intense. And as you go up, of course, it gets even worse. And then there's a lot of elasticity on latex. So I feel this one is not as it's not as natural as silicone or the fabric one. So for that reason, I would pick the silicone one as being the best as far as resistance go. This one's just too snappy. If I go this way, and then it'll snap back to too unnatural. So for this one, it still pulls you back, but it's more of a gradual resistance. So I like this one better. So let's talk about the cons for each one. So for the fabric one, the con for this one would be that this is the lightest. Okay, you can even get the thickest band. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of resistance if you've been using these for a long time. And so for that reason, this one, I would say, is just very light. Con for the silicone band for me is that they can get dirty easier. They have a grippy texture to them. So if you have dogs in your house, or if you have anything like lint or fuzz, it can stick to it easily. So you constantly have to be picking it off. So that would be a con for me. Now, as far as the latex here, the con for me is that this is the least comfortable for me in my hands, especially as I go heavier. And also, it feels the least natural. It's just too jerky of too much elasticity to it, so it just doesn't feel like a natural movement. Now, as far as the pros go for all of them, is that they're going to be very versatile. You're going to have a lot of versatility with them, whether you use them by themselves, whether you use them in combination with weights or whether you use them for rehab or just assisting you to do pull-ups or dips. They have so much versatility that, I mean, anybody can use this, and also they're very portable, so you can take them anywhere. I gave you the pros, I gave you the cons, so which one would I pick if I had to pick just one? If I had to pick out of the fabric, silicone, or latex, I would definitely go with the silicone band just because it feels better on my hands with the rounded edges than the latex, and I feel that it has a better resistance profile to it. It's more gradual and increases gradually without snapping back at me like the latex band does. So I would go with the silicone band. And that's it. That's my review. If you want to check these out, I'll leave a link below this video. That link is shreddeddad.com/vector bands. If you like the information in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments and questions down below in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest uploads. For more home gym equipment reviews and discounts, make sure you visit my website, shreddeddad.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.